I said that the ballots were tabulated twice, counted twice, and it was not done accidentally. This slide shows that a ballot on the right over here was scanned and counted, creates a file. Some of the experts in the room, like Garland, know this, but if it's scanned again, it creates another file, which means it is counted twice. So how did this happen? This is a very complicated slide that has taken months for technical experts to develop and explain. It's also very difficult to explain still. But it basically shows that ballots were scanned on one day, and then they were randomly picked, these batches of ballots, and created new batches and scanned a second day on a different tabulator. So you probably can't understand this slide. So I'm going to show you how it was done very crudely, okay? All right. So on that first chair, you have a stack of ballots. You see them over there? Again, my props are not professional. I'm just doing what I can to get the message out. On the second chair, you have a second stack of ballots that were scanned, let's say December 2nd, Wednesday, when the midnight deadline was for doing the election recount. On the third chair, you have a third stack of ballots that were scanned on Wednesday. Now, someone or some group, I don't know who, but this is not accidental what they did. They went to one stack of ballots, randomly grabbed a few stacks from that, no order. I got a random group, okay? Some of them I flipped around so that they count backwards this time. Then they went to another stack of ballots that were already scanned. You notice I'm not necessarily picking them from the top, right? I'm just grabbing randomly. And one more time, I'll do it for example. They went to another stack. And then the next day they came back with that randomly selected stack, and guess what they did? That last chair over there is a tabulator. They ran them through on a second day through a different tabulator. And they did that for 3,930 ballots. Who in the room thinks that's accidental? Raise your hand. I don't think so. I'm going to skip that part. All right, I'm going to close with how I started this little talk here. I'm going to read it one more time if you don't mind. It says, in addition to proving that 3,930 ballots were scanned and counted 2 times for the second machine count, which was the certified count, we now know with certainty that this duplication of ballots was not a mere administrative error. Rather, the duplication process was due to intentional human intervention. And I said, the lawyers tell me that that is the predicate for election fraud. And now, in closing, I remind you about Mr. Raffensperger's ex-post of August 1st. If you have the data, bring it to him. Mr. Secretary, we're bringing the data to you, and we are counting on you to do the right thing and investigate independently. Independently is critical. SEB 2023-25. Thank you.